Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? While growing up, a grilled cheese sandwich was quintessential to your childhood. It didn't matter if you were below the poverty line, on the poverty line, white trash, middle class, or high class. A good grilled cheese sandwich, or even a bad grilled cheese sandwich, if there is such a thing, will make everything that's wrong in your life right. Another perk of having grilled cheese sandwiches for lunch or dinner, even as a kid, we were allowed to cook them ourselves. Well, of course, with a little bit of adult supervision. Now, before Scooter points it out, yeah, those don't look like grilled cheese sandwiches to me. You're lying, Larry. Well, you simpleton, as much as I hate to admit it, you're right. These are grilled bologna, egg, and cheese sandwiches that I did in a video a while back. I was using a snippet of the video for reference. Now, if you were able to and could afford it, you could heat up a can of the condensed Campbell's tomato soup or chicken noodle soup to dip your crispy, buttery grilled cheese sandwich in, while at the same time sipping Kool-Aid out of a glass Ronald McDonald glass. Yeah, if you were a kid growing up in the 70s, we got real cool stuff not made in China. Now, does that look delicious and make your mouth water or what? And what's funny about this grilled cheese and this tomato soup is that I cooked the grilled cheese and the soup in my air fryer. At the time I made this video, the air fryer haters were coming out of the woodwork. Between the air fryer haters and the scooters, I had to do something that they said couldn't be done. And although the grilled cheese came out fine and the soup was obviously hot, I'd recommend not cooking grilled cheese and soup in your air fryer. It just takes too long. I apologize to you, the people, for reminiscing so much about my childhood. So today's video is about Lunchable's crispy grilled cheese sandwich, original flavor, and pepperoni pizza flavor. There's 2 sandwiches in each box that cost $3.96, or right at $2 a sandwich. I know these are made for convenience, but that's expensive convenience. Here's how much it would cost to make 11 grilled cheese sandwiches at home. There's 22 slices of bread per loaf, the stick of butter is enough butter to grill all 11 sandwiches, and the pack of cheese contains 16 slices, but you only need 11. So right off the bat, the Lunchable's grilled cheese sandwiches are not a bargain by a long shot. So let's go over the original flavor of Lunchable's crispy grilled cheese. After 26 reviews, the Lunchable grilled cheese original flavor got 2.9 stars out of 5. The most helpful positive review came from a mother of a teenager. Score! We weren't allowed to be picky eaters in my home when I was growing up. The most helpful negative review gave it 1 star and said they would give it 0 stars if they could. The Lunchable grilled cheese are microwavable and kiddo-makeable. Leave no sign uncrisp. They're crispy in 60 seconds. Here's the list of ingredients. The serving size is 1 sandwich, which has 280 calories, 17 grams of total fat, 6 grams of saturated fat, 30 milligrams of cholesterol, 680 milligrams of sodium, 24 grams of carbohydrates, no fiber, 1 gram of sugars, and 10 grams of protein. And the directions are about as straightforward as you can get. Here's our original flavor Lunchable grilled cheese after microwaving for 60 seconds. It was certainly crispy on the top side as advertised. Now let's flip it over and see if the bottom is crispy as well. And just like the top side, it was crispy. Now let's cut it in half and see what's inside. And as you can see while we're cutting it, the inside of the bread was a bit tough like you would expect from bread being microwaved. Now let's grab half of the grilled cheese and give it a try. And it certainly looks pretty good and cheesy. Kinda like my dad jokes. So into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. And after taking the perfect bite right out of the center, I was very pleasantly surprised. The bread did have a slight crunch, but was somewhat chewy, but it was very buttery and delicious. And you may disagree, but the processed cheese, it was creamy and it made the sandwich taste good. The original grilled cheese was good enough that I had to take a second bite. So just for the heck of it, let's open up the other half of the grilled cheese and see how much cheese is inside. And there's actually quite a bit of the ooey gooey, bright yellow, plastic, delicious cheese product. And before moving on to the pepperoni pizza grilled cheese, I had to take one more bite. Now let's try the Lunchable's crispy grilled cheese pepperoni pizza, which out of 17 reviews received 2.8 stars out of 5. The most helpful positive review gave it 4 stars and said, okay. The most helpful negative review gave it 1 star and said it was mid. Not really sure what that means. Here's the list of ingredients. Again, the serving size is one sandwich, which has 300 calories, 18 grams of total fat, 6 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 30 milligrams of cholesterol, 660 milligrams of sodium, 25 grams of carbohydrates, no fiber, 2 grams of sugars, and 10 grams of protein. After microwaving on high for 60 seconds, our pepperoni pizza grilled cheese is ready. And it's somewhat crispy on the top, just like the original grilled cheese. And the bottom was somewhat crispy as well. As we were cutting it in half, you could see the bread did have a little bit of that resistance. And that the grilled cheese was hot. Notice Lisa's fingers jumping off of it? Once we finally got through the stubborn bread, it was time to grab half and give it a taste. And it looked pretty good. No surprises. It looked like a grilled cheese with tomato sauce and pepperoni on it. So into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. And once again, an absolutely perfect bite. It looks like I managed to get all the pepperoni. However, the bite was buttery, cheesy, spicy, and delicious. And of course, I had to have a second bite. So we opened up the other half of the grilled cheese to see what was inside. And I've got to say, for a frozen processed food, I was shocked not only at the amount of pepperoni, but that it's full slices of pepperoni. Not the usual scant, mouse-dropping sizes of pepperoni, but full slices. And of course I had to try a piece of pepperoni on its own, and the pepperoni was delicious. And I hate to use the word weird, but the texture of the pepperoni was weird. In a good way. It was very tender, moist, and delicious, and not too spicy. Unlike most pepperoni that's a little chewy, spicy, and greasy. I really enjoyed both of the Lunchable's grilled cheese, original flavor, and pepperoni pizza flavor. Without the ever so slight chewiness of the bread, they tasted just like a grilled cheese made at home. Nowadays, everything is about convenience, and unfortunately, you pay top dollar for convenience. I would eat both grilled cheese sandwiches again with no problem, but I would not pay $3.96 for 2 sandwiches again. Which is why I'm giving both Lunchable grilled cheese sandwiches a 7 out of 10. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.